For these next couple lessons, we're going to need some good quality live action footage to work with. Luckily, our friends over at Action VFX have created a visual effects practice library of amazing footage, all of it designed specifically for visual effects use. You'll find the clips in the downloads for this lesson, but over at the Action VFX website, check out this practice footage page. There's so much stuff here, it's almost hard to take it all in. If you want to brush up on your VFX compositing skills, there's no better place to get footage to work with. And this stuff is all completely free. You can use it however you like, even in your own demo reel. So go ahead and download the footage clips we'll be using, and let's get started. There should be 3 clips: a green screen car interior, the background for that exact car shot, and a woman firing a sci-fi weapon. For this course, we're just going to use the 2K MP4 version. 2K means the resolution, the size of the footage. In this case, 2048 pixels wide by 1080 pixels tall. This is the lowest resolution and the most compressed version of this clip that Action VFX offers, which is fine for us to learn on, but to practice on something a bit closer to professional film quality, they offer a bunch of different resolutions and qualities. Download the footage files to wherever it is you keep your working files. Then let's open up Blender to prepare the footage. The footage we downloaded are MP4 files, which means they are compressed video files. They'll generally work fine in Blender, but by using a video format that has compression built in, there may be times where it's not as fast and easy to scroll the footage forward or backwards. We're going to convert the video footage to a JPEG frame sequence, which means we'll save every frame of the video out as an individual image, with all the images having sequential numbers so they're all in order and collected into their own folder. Blender can load these exactly the same way as any video footage, and it's much cleaner to work with. The JPEGs are inherently compressed as well, but it won't get hung up on video compression, plus it'll load extremely fast for us. If you download one of the higher quality clips, I'd recommend creating your frame sequence as an EXR sequence, so you don't lose any color data or cause any kind of compression artifacts when you render your final shot. It won't load as fast as JPEGs though. Go up to the Add Workspace button, and under Video Editing, pick Video Editing. Drag the green screen clip right into the timeline. Press Ctrl-T to switch from timecode to frames, then select the strip, press G, and move it to the first frame. Under Strip, Movie Strip, click Set Render Size. This will set the project resolution to the same size as the footage. The movie strip is telling us it's 232 frames long, and if we check that, we can see Action VFX has their logo slugged in at the end, and we won't need that. The last frame looks like 208, so press Ctrl-End to set the length, or you can enter it manually in the frame range options. Under Post-Processing, make sure Sequencer is checked, so it renders this video editing timeline, and in the Render tab under Color Management, make sure the View Transform is set to Standard. This will ensure the color we render is the exact same color the footage came in with. Back in the Output tab, we can now set our output type. Choose JPEG and set the quality to 100. Choose a location for the frames to be saved and create a folder. I already have one created. I like to make sure the folder name and the frame sequence name match, but when we enter the file name, end it with an underscore. It seems odd, I know, but Blender will automatically put the frame number after that underscore, and this will make it easier to read. Once all that's set up, under the Render menu, just click Render Animation and let it run through. It should go pretty fast. I'm going to skip over them here, but go ahead and do that for the other 2 clips we downloaded from Action VFX. Then you should have 3 folders containing all the clips as individual images, which is excellent. Let me show you how to load them in Blender. We'll set up the basic scenes for the next couple lessons. In a new project, in Blender's Compositing Workspace, press Shift-A, and under Input, you'll see Image Sequence. If you don't see Image Sequence, you'll need to make sure Node Wrangler is turned on in your add-on preferences. Although if you've made it this far into the course, it should be on already. Navigate to where you saved your frame sequences and select the woman firing the sci-fi weapon. You can select any frame and hit Import Image Sequence, and Blender will know to grab the entire frame sequence. Our node tells us there are 156 frames, so in the Output tab, let's set the frame range end to 156. It's also a good idea to double check the resolution and make sure the size of the render output matches the size of the footage. So that's one way to bring in the frame sequence we'll use, but let's look at another way. Blender's compositor does not have the ability to cache frames into memory, meaning every time we change frames, it has to recalculate the entire node tree. That means it cannot play back the footage at the correct frames per second. We can't just press the play button and watch our shot. To do things like motion tracking and rotoscoping, however, you usually need to be able to review what you're doing in real time. So the developers created a movie clip editor specifically so Blender could do that. We can also load our footage in through that. Up in the workspaces, press the little add button, and under VFX, select motion tracking. This is the MCE, the movie clip editor. Click on the open button and navigate to your Sci-Fi Woman folder, and again, you can just select a single image. Blender will know to load them all. Now we have a couple buttons ready to help us out. Click the Set Scene Frames button, and although we already set it manually, if we hadn't, the output length would automatically be set for us. And see this purple line at the bottom of the image? That's the cache. That's our computer's memory. If you move the time slider, you'll see the frames that we view turn brighter purple. They're now in memory. To load them all, click the Prefetch button. You'll see the purple line get brighter as it's loading all the frames. Once it's loaded, you can play the clip in real time, or even scroll around as fast as you want. If your computer stopped loading frames into the cache before it was completely bright purple, and you know you have a lot of RAM installed, you can go to Preferences, System, and scroll to the bottom. There's a memory cache limit under the video sequencer options. Just turn this up to however much you feel comfortable with. Don't set it to all your RAM, but maybe anywhere from 50 to 75% of what you have. Click Prefetch again and it should load more frames. We're not going to get into the movie clip editor much in this course, but now that the clip is in the movie clip editor, let's go back to compositing, Shift A, Input, and select Movie Clip. This is connected to the movie clip editor the same way the render layer nodes are connected to the 3D view. It's kind of a live connection. Select the footage from the drop-down menu, and there we go, there's our clip. There's no frame range or playback options like in the image sequence node. All those settings are back in the movie clip editor if you need them. And that's how you can bring in footage in two different ways. Go ahead and save this project, we'll be using it in the next lesson, and then create a new Blender project and bring in both the green screen clip and the background for it through the movie clip editor. Once you have the two movie clip nodes set up in the compositor, save that project as well. Then reopen this project of the woman firing the weapon, and we're going to take a look at how to layer 2D elements into this shot.